Hello, everyone. The discussion board for this week is the mandatory drug sentence for the states that we chose and one of them has to be North Carolina. So I was looking at the mandatory, sentence for drugs here in North Carolina, and it says, depending on the drug, obviously, and how much of it, but the minimum is 25 months, which is around 2 years. So I personally think that is pretty low, honestly, because I feel like at that point, 2 years is a while, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's not enough to scare people enough for them to stop wanting to do the drug, if that makes sense. The other one I looked at was at Florida, and the mandatory one for them was 3 years. The minimum mandatory one, sorry. It was 3 years. I also think that's too low because, like I said, 3 years is a while, but I feel like it's not enough to scare them. So I feel like the minimum should be at the very least like 10 years. Obviously, that's a little exaggerated, just a little bit. If you have a small amount anyways. If you have a lot, then it should be way more than 10 years. But if you have a little bit, then I feel like 10 years would be enough to scare someone to make them be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this drug thing. And that goes for both North Carolina and Florida. I feel like both of them are a little too lenient with it. And I feel like if they do this change, I feel like, one, it'll, keep the people that don't want to listen in prison longer. And two, scare the people that are already thinking if they should or shouldn't do it and the consequences to it. It'll probably scare them straight. Anyways, that's the way I saw it, because personally, me, if I was doing drugs anyways, and I heard that the minimum sentence was 10 years, I wouldn't even touch a drug no more. But so for North Carolina, it was 25 months to, I think it was a $5,000 fine, and Florida it was 3 years to a $50,000 fine. So the money should also be raised up, because some people might not be caught being doing drug dealing, and they make a lot of money, so they could probably pay that easily. So that money should definitely be raised up. And I feel that if, like I said, if this 10 years thing gets implemented, I feel like it really might make a drastic change. But I feel like there might be, some people rioting and stuff. So that's kind of like the backfire of it. Anyways, that's the way I saw it. Hopefully, y'all all kind of see my point a little bit, understand it. But have a great rest of your day, and that's my post.